Basically, we have two pre-dental students, Riley and Michael, who are going to be answering various questions that I have for them. And I've researched a bunch of questions to see what other people were getting, especially during this cycle. And they're going to give me a response, and I'm going to give them positive or negative feedback, well, not negative, hopefully, feedback, constructive criticism, and really take this in and take the time to take notes and listen up, and you will be great. And again, if you have received an interview, congratulations. And you still have a chance if you haven't yet, totally fine. And in the future, you will do absolutely great. And I hope to welcome you soon to the dental family. So let's start the webcams with everybody. Riley and Michael, please. There's Michael, and there's Riley.
Hello.
All right. Do you guys want to say anything? No pressure.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Riley Edmister. I just finished my sophomore year as a biology major at Baylor University.
Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Hernandez, and I'm right now a senior at the University of Central Florida. And I'll be graduating next year.
Wonderful. Well, please thank our panelists for coming. One of them is international right now in Rome, and the other one is international in Orlando. So we're very happy to have you guys here. And as they said, they are pre-dentals, so they are going through this as well. So please be nice to them in any thoughts you may have, because they're as nervous as you would be if you were on this. And also just a little thing to share, they do not know the questions that I'm asking. So they are literally going to be put on the spot. Notice how the smiles that are on their face right now. All right, so who wants to start? Let's start with Michael, because he's on my right from what I see on my screen. So Michael, if you were a brand, what would be your motto?
I'd say Nike.
Just do it?
Yeah, just do it. And the reason do you want an explanation for it?
Yes, please.
Or would you like an explanation for it? The reason I say that is I'm really into sports, and I think that the way that I carry myself throughout these past 4 years at the University of Central Florida has been through what I've learned through sports. And Nike just says to just do it. So I feel like coming into this profession of dentistry, you have to just do it if you wanna make it. If you want to be successful, you just have to get the work done. You have to put in the work to get it done. So that's something that I value, working hard, and just by hearing to just do it, it's something that I guess keeps me going.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Michael.
No problem.
So as you can see, he chose something common. He very quickly thought about it. He didn't just kind of sit there and say, oh, I don't know, I guess this, like, you know, at least it wasn't like Taco Bell or something. I don't know what Taco Bell is. Open all night? That would be weird. So then, you know, if he chose something, he turned it into what he wanted to, and that was a perfect explanation that any program would, I think, like. So I had this question from one of my professors during my interview at LECOM. So Riley, good luck. When I fail you, what will you do?
When I fail you. I think that that's actually a very good question because a lot of times in our lives we have to deal with failures and people letting us down, even if we're expecting the best out of people. So I think maybe looking at failures with a positive attitude and seeing what you can learn from a negative situation and turning around to make it a positive one.
Wonderful. So that is a response that many people would probably think of to say, but she kind of, you know, she complimented the interviewer first and said, oh, that's a wonderful question, thank you. So of course it's like, oh, thanks, I know I came up with it. You know, So, want to toot the person's horn, right? And that was a very good, honest response. To, I remember I had one girl in ours who said I would bake cookies, and my response was I would eat them. So, like, so add some humor into there, it helps. See, like, you're probably giggling, or, oh, we might have dropped some attendees from that. No. All right. So let's see what else. So Michael, why do you want to be a dentist?
So I have two particularly different reasons. The first one, I think, is because it's a profession that combines many different professions into one, and I feel like as a dentist, I'll be able to do all these different professions. That includes science, art, psychology, business, which I really enjoy, and engineering. All this different technology that's now coming up, and it's a profession, like I said, that combines these different professions into one, where you can change someone's life. Many of these professions, they have their own road, but combining them to changing someone's life, and me being a part of that, is something that I look forward to. And like I mentioned before, sports is a really big thing of mine that I did growing up. So I'm really interested in sports dentistry. I want to hopefully one day be a dentist for one of the sports teams back home where I'm from. And if that doesn't happen, I'll open up practice, or kind of work in a practice that deals with sports-related injuries or something like that.
Wonderful. So that answer also showed how Michael would view himself in the future and see himself X number of years from now. Another thing that you can mention, I'm just trying to think of some ideas for you all to use, is especially something I experienced today, is how quickly you can change someone's smile. So if you've done shadowing and stuff like that, you probably have seen this. And I had a patient who came in earlier today with a tooth, the front tooth was completely cracked, and, well, not completely, but whatever. It looked, like a big chunk of the tooth was gone. And so I restored it, fixed it all up, and made it look like, exactly like the tooth next to her and next to it. And she started crying, and it literally took me half an hour. And she was like, it's prettier than what it looked like before. And to me, seeing that I can make such a big difference in someone's life that quickly is something that you don't necessarily get with other professions. And that could be another answer for you to use for this one as well.